Once upon a time, 300 years ago, in a quiet village nestled among mist-covered mountains, there lived a Zen master named Daishin. Known for his profound wisdom and serene demeanor, he drew seekers from distant lands who wished to learn the art of Zen. However, the master had only one disciple whom he taught with great patience and care, a young man named Riki. Riki was eager and full of ambition. Every day, he followed Master Daishin, attending to his every word and instruction. Yet, despite his enthusiasm, Riki often found his mind wandering. Whether contemplating the challenges of mastering Zen or lamenting past mistakes, his restless thoughts frequently distracted him, and it would frustrate his master. One sunny morning, while the birds chirped and the gentle breeze rustled the leaves, Daishin decided to impart a lesson that would etch itself into Riki's heart. He found Riki seated cross-legged upon a smooth stone, gazing vacantly at the horizon, lost in thought. With a warm smile, Master Daishin approached his disciple. "I am going to tell you something important," he said, his voice calm yet firm. "Are you listening?" Riki nodded, his eyes momentarily flickering with attention. But Daishin continued, "No, you are not listening. You are thinking about something else." Riki, caught off guard, blinked a few times before realizing his master was right. "I am sorry, master," he admitted, his cheeks flushing with embarrassment. The master placed a gentle hand on Riki's shoulder and urged, "Listen carefully. Today, we will go on a journey together. Only then may you learn what it means to truly listen." With that, the two set out from their tranquil abode. They walked side by side through dense trees and winding trails, with the sun filtering through the leaves, casting dancing shadows upon the ground. After wandering for a while, they arrived at a babbling brook that sparkled in the sunlight. Pausing by the water's edge, Master Daishin began, "Do you hear it, Riki? The water speaks." "I can hear it," Riki replied, focusing intently. "It flows beautifully." "Not just that," Daishin corrected him. "The water expresses joy, confusion, and wisdom. It holds stories of mountains cradled in its depths and whispers secrets as it flows down. To listen is to connect to the essence of life itself." Riki nodded, trying to absorb the lesson. Emboldened, Daishin led Riki further along the stream, observing the fish darting beneath the surface. "Watch closely. Each fish swims with purpose, free of worry for what lies ahead." Riki watched, captivated, as the fish glided seamlessly through the water. "They seem so at ease, master," he observed. "Indeed," said Daishin. "They remind us that in the flow of life, worry is but an illusion. We often find ourselves trapped in our thoughts, forgetting that we too can navigate the waters with grace." As they continued onward, they approached a delightful glen overflowing with flowers of every color. The air was sweet and perfumed, and Riki's heart swelled with delight at the sight. "Close your eyes, Riki," Daishin instructed. Reluctantly, Riki complied. "Now, breathe in deeply and listen to the world around you." As he breathed in, Riki became aware of the gentle rustling of leaves, the soft buzzing of bees, and the distant chirping of birds. A tranquility he had never felt before washed over him, replacing his usual racing thoughts. "Very good," said Daishin, encouraging him. "To listen, you must first quiet your mind and open your heart. For in stillness, true understanding arises." After spending time in the glen, the master guided Riki to the foot of a steep hill. "Now we climb," Daishin announced. Riki felt a twinge of anxiety. He had often struggled with climbing. Yet, as they began their ascent, he mirrored his master's steady breaths and focused on the rhythm of his feet against the earth. Each step up the rugged path seemed to resonate within him, and he channeled the calm he had cultivated by the stream and in the floral haven. Halfway up, however, exhaustion began to cloud Riki's mind. "Master," he panted, "this is too hard. I don't think I can continue." Daishin halted, turning to face his weary disciple. "Do you remember the brook?" he asked. "What did it teach you?" Riki thought back to the flowing water and the life within it. "To surrender to the journey? And to listen," Daishin added with a gentle smile. "Listen now, not just to your thoughts of fatigue, but to the world around you. Let the hill talk to you." In that moment, Riki closed his eyes once again and inhaled deeply. He could hear the wind whispering through the trees, the distant sound of rustling grasses, and the call of a hawk soaring overhead. With each sound came a reminder that he was part of something greater, and that this struggle was a vital step towards self-discovery. When Riki opened his eyes, he felt renewed, a fresh determination coursing through him. He looked at his master and said, "Thank you for this lesson." With a nod, Daishin beckoned him to continue. They completed the climb, and as they reached the summit, the view took Riki's breath away. The landscape unfurled beneath them, revealing lush valleys and vast horizons. The beauty struck him deeply, and he understood the need to embrace not only the joy of the journey, but also the challenges along the way. As the sun began to dip below the horizon, casting a warm golden hue across the land, Riki and Daishin sat in silence. After some time, Riki finally spoke. "What is the most important lesson, Master?" With a glimmering gaze, Daishin replied, "To truly listen, Riki. In listening, we join the flow of life, embracing every experience, every challenge, and every triumph. Through listening, we find wisdom." As twilight descended, the disciple's heart resonated with clarity. The distractions of his mind were barely echoes now, and he realized that the journey of enlightenment was not merely one of the body. It resonated deeply within the spirit. And so, as they made their way back to their humble dwelling, Riki reflected on the day's journey. He understood that self-improvement was like a river. It flowed continuously, carved its path through the most challenging terrains, and always sought to connect with something larger than itself. As they arrived home, Daishin turned to Riki. "The path may not always be easy. But remember, it is not the destination that matters most. It is the practice of listening to yourself and the world around you that unfolds the beauty of existence." In conclusion, this story teaches us that the journey of self-improvement is a continuous cycle of listening, learning, and growing. It reminds us that by tuning into the world, we may release our burdens and embrace a broader understanding of life. We must remember to listen, not just to the sounds around us, but also to the whispers of our hearts and the wisdom residing in each experience. Each step we take, each moment we savor aids in shaping who we are becoming. In this journey, we find the essence of tranquility amidst chaos, and in that stillness lies the profound wisdom of existence.